Assalamualaikum warahmatullah and good evening to all the audience and viewers from Masa University and Masa University YouTube channel. Together with me in this morning, we have a great speaker and a great experience in engineering. First of all, I would like to introduce and welcome to you all to this audience webinar. Before the webinar begins, allow me to introduce the speaker background. This is Mr. LJ Ng Chong. Mr. LJ is the founder of Advice Peer Sdn Berhad and co-founder of Advanced Superlogic Sdn Berhad. He has 5 years of experience in teaching robotics and programming. He was nominated for Leadership Excellence Awards in 2021. He has conducted training in robotics and programming in the University of Nottingham and international schools too. He is also a HRD Corp certified trainer. Skills he has is PLC programming of Omron and Python, C++, JavaScript, Scratch, Lego EV3, and Microbot. Now, I would like to welcome to the speaker to deliver the presentation. All right, Mr. LJ, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Danisha. Good morning, everybody. So I'm LJ. I'm from Advanced Paye and also from Advanced Superlogic. So today I'm representing Advanced Superlogics to share about today's topic. So today's topic will cover 6 areas. The first one is introductions to Advanced Superlogic, which is our company, and the history of industrial revolutions. The third one will be the top 10 trends of Industrial Revolution 4.0, and the fourth will be the Internet of Things, IoT. Fifth will be the upcoming Industry 5.0, and I'll also talk about how to get yourself started with these IoT things. So first thing is to discuss about is to introduce our company. Our company is called Advanced Superlogics in Berhad, and we are founded in 2020 under collaboration between Mecca Automations and Advanced Paye and Berhad. Our visions is to embrace innovative culture, continuous learning, and self-improvement to keep up with the technological trend. So these are the milestones. So starting from 2002, Mecca Automations founded in the missions to automate and improve manufacturing process. So in 2018, we go into educations, which is to provide e-learning platform to promote active learning for teenagers, including robotics and also coding. And Advanced Superlogic was founded to empower the youth in technological skills. So we go into international school and university to perform our program. And we do have close collaboration with different enrichment center to hold boot camps and bundle program in school. And now we are actively providing robotics and STEM workshop in international school and university. So what do we do? So we cover different area. Our services include PLC programming for motion control in industrial area, and factory automation with IoT, and process automations like doing Python process, web scraping, and other process automations that using C++ and Python. And we also do robotics educations and training. And this is the factory automations we done in lamination and trimming machines. This is inside the automotive industry. So, and this don't have video. So these machines, they are basically consist of 3 parts. One is the heater, and then we have a pick and place, and we also have a trimming machines. So what does this machine do is the whole systems will send the paper from the heater to the laminations area, and the pick arm will pick the felt from the trolley and laminate on the paper with the glue. Once the felt has been put on the paper, it will be transferred to do trimming. So this saves manpower from 6 people to 2 people to improve productions and also consistency and quality. And we also do construction parts and welding line, like using robotics arm and form of production lines. with conveyor and send the parts to do the welding automations. And we do a 3 terminal for this to save manpower from one terminal around 10 to 15 people and to cut to 2 to 3 people. So this welding line has 9 robotics arms in a single terminal. The parts will be stacked and loaded at beginning positions, and the robotics arm will pick and send the parts with the conveyor to do welding in 4 welding stations. The data of product count, machine status, sensor alerts are linked to cloud server and can be accessed with laptop and mobile with permissions. So this is with the IoT function. So whenever you feel you want to check the status of your production or your production lines or your machine runtime, you can check through your phone or even your laptop. And we also run STEM and robotics workshop and program in international school and university. So this is to spark their interest in technology and give them a good kickstart of their robotics journey. So a lot of people like to learn robotics and they don't know how to start with. We have program from basics to intermediate and to advanced level. So can bring the teenagers to go into industry and have the readiness of programming in industrial automation. So our career opportunity here is we are looking for robotics trainer also, and we are looking for Python developer and machine designer, PLC programmer, and also IoT interface developer. Now we also currently develop our own IoT interface to ease out the automations line in network connections. So what is the next topic will be what is Industrial Revolution 4.0? A lot of people quite frustrated with these terms because a lot of people think about it's IR 4.0. What is IR 4.0? Isn't now counted as IR 4.0, and what is the criteria that can justify that I am into IR 4.0? So actually most of our stage in Malaysia is still in IR 3.0 or IR 2.0, the factory, especially for those traditional ones. So let's talk about the history of industrial revolutions and learn what is IR 4.0. So industrial revolutions starting from 1 to 4, they are starting in 1765. They are using coal to power up their machines, and it's called IR 1.0. Then slowly go into gas, then go to electronic and nuclear, then go into internet and renewable energy in 2000. So let's go into detail. So the first industrial revolutions 1.0, they are from handicraft to factories. They're starting up factories and use the power source, but they are using water and steam. So this one will be over exploitation of workers. We still need a lot of workers, but a lot of things can be systemized and productions can be faster than handcraft. Then slowly it grow to industrial 2.0. This is IR 2.0, which is doing assembly line and mass productions. The power source is using oil and electricity. So this one will have efficient electrical machines and less labor force required. And if you see this, you'll found that a lot of Malaysia traditional factory, they are in this stage, which is using power source and they are using assembly line and mass productions, but without IoT knowledge, IoT technology and some automation technology. So going into Industry 3.0, there are digitalizations and automations. They're starting to digitalize everything, make it into connect to computer and make it into automations. So this one will be highly utilized in computer, mobile, software, and internet. So here comes the robotics. So this is the IR 3.0. So currently a lot of company also they are still in this stage. We haven't go into the IoT stage. So this is IR 3.0. Then here is the IR 4.0. This is complete automations and smart systems. So what's about smart system? It's not just about internet. is about Internet of Things. They connect all the data and collect all the data, and then they do analysis in between, then feedback and generate useful informations. So this one will link to IoT, AI. AI also part of it, and big data, cloud computing, VR, AR, 3D printing. So this one is focused on sustainability. And we also have IR 5.0, that one we will talk about later. So what are the top 10 trends of industry revolutions 4.0? So if you see this chart, the top 10 industry 4.0 trends and innovations in 2022 is first one is called AI, artificial intelligence. This one will require big data. So you need to collect data and you need to understand how to utilize the data to make it into useful informations instead of just collecting data and then generate and put it into display. So AI is one of the big things in IR 4.0 because with just internet connectivity, they are just counted as IR 3.0. But if you have analysis can feedback to the main PIC, the person in charge or the management, then they will have a easier way to make decisions and they can make a better decision with it. And the second one is human augmented and extended reality. So augmented reality and extended reality is something like uh, the sound, the the voice recognitions part that can help you feedback something, and also something like the currently very famous one. It's called ChatGPT. That one helping to answer your questions using the AI. That one is also human augmented reality. So it's parts of the virtual and part of the real life interactions. So the third one will be edge, fog, cloud computing. Of course, when doing IoT, uh, you cannot miss out the cloud computing and fog computing. And the fourth one is network and connectivity. So these few things, one to four, is related to IoT. And fifth is advanced robotics. And six is Internet of Things. And today our focus will be more into IoT, Internet of Things, because that's what we are specialized in. And seven is big data analytics. Eight is 3D printing. This one is more into additive manufacturing to save the wastage, to reduce wastage. Nine is security, transparency, and privacy. So security and transparency and privacy is due to because more network connectivity and also more risk on internet. If your things is not secure properly, you might get hacked, and some people might control your machines through your IoT facilities. So this one is also a hot topic now. So how to protect your things is very important. And 10 will be digital twin. This one is using IoT technologies and also 3D modeling technologies to do digital twin. Digital twins basically means that you have a 3D model in your laptop and also you have a real things at your factory and you can interact with the 3D model and the 3D model will also control the real things. So this one we also working into it. This one is our future development for digital twin. So you can see that the trends here now the percentage now highly rely on artificial intelligence. So now the famous topic is the ChatGPT. A lot of people, I'm not sure if you got used ChatGPT before, but now ChatGPT can help you do a lot of things, including those who wants to do copywriting. You can easily finish up with ChatGPT, and you also can use uh, if you want to write thesis, that one is also the effective way to complete your thesis. But don't too rely on it because thesis may require you to think more. Don't rely more into AI. And the second is human augmented and extended reality, and also VR. And The third and fourth is the cloud computing and network and connectivity. So this all will link to Internet of Things. So Internet of Things also take 10% of the of the place. Okay. So now we want to go into Internet of Things. So what is Internet of Things? The Internet of Things, or we call it IoT. A lot of people talk about IoT, but a lot of people don't know what is the terms of IoT. So basically, IoT means Internet of Things. It is a system of interrelated computing device, mechanical and digital machines, objects, animals, or people that are provided with unique identifiers. I'm sorry. And the ability to transfer data over the network without requiring human to human or human to computer interactions. So the setup between in our industrial automations, what we do is we set up the linkage between machines and digital device, then send the data to the cloud, then send back to the digital device that is from the management. So this is the Internet of Things. And Internet of Things is also requires the collections of the data and also the analysis of the data. So using IoT device to send to collect data, we'll have a hub, a gateway to collect and transfer into our cloud. Then we need to do analysis on the data. So analysis like something like machine runtime, productivity, efficiency, all can be computed based on the input and output that you collected from your point. So this can be this can be having three different parties to set up. One is to link the PLC or link the machines, the I/O. Either you're using PLC or you're using industrial grade PC language based device. They are linking this, collect data, and one is to set up the gateway to send to the cloud. Then one person is to do the analysis. That one will be software, not normally will be a software programmer or IoT specialist to do. So Internet of Things used by industry, we have home, like smart temperature control, optimized energy use. So this one we are using AI to feedback from the data point and to also link to the control. So you can do manual adjustment or you can use smart control to let the AI to decide what to do. So to optimize the energy use. Industrial is machine to machine communication and also do with quality control and also efficiency of the machines. And I have a friend also doing predictions of machine maintenance. They are also collecting the data, machine runtime, the data, and the durability of the machines. They do some analysis on that, so they predict the maintenance for Petronas. So automotive vehicle auto diagnosis, optimized traffic flow, and also smart parking. So very famous one is the Tesla, and also a lot of automotive also started use vehicle auto diagnosis and agriculture, offspring care, crop management, soil analysis, military, medical, environmental, and also retail. So one is my side is more on factory automations. So actually the basic setup for IoT system in factory automations is like this. We have a few parties to do that. The core job in IoT is the data analytics in the cloud server before transferring back to the human user interface, which is called HMI. At this stage, we need to set up algorithm and script to analyze the data and convert to useful information before reporting to user interface. So starting from the human user interface, that will evaluate and monitoring of the sensor and the servos, and the servos will encode and do some internal calculations and send to programmable logic controller. Here, I'm referring PLC because now most of the factories still using PLC, and some of the if the machine is too old, if you want to do system integrations, the PLC might need to change to network connectivity if you want to do IoT. So we are we are using Omron brand, the NX series with the network connectivity. So this is to link the servos, and then want to send into the gateway. So we'll transfer the data via internet connections to cloud, then go to cloud server. Then cloud server is the main thing to do with the analytics IoT. So get information from cloud, then we send back to the human user interface to display. Here you might have two different display. One is for the main display, that is to control your whole smart system in your factory, and another one is individually placed in your machine. So in this area, you might think that one person can set up a lot of things. Actually, not. Here we got different team because human user interface and PLC programming is more into PLC programmer. PLC programmer basically can do both PLC programming and HMI programming. And for those hardware setup, if you are customizing a new design for your machines, that one you need machine designer, and you need mechanical engineer and electrical and electronic engineers for the control box. Then for the IoT part, you need IoT specialists to do the network connections also, and also the data transfer. And also remember, you need to have a servers to host the cloud, either your private server or you are using the platform. So for those who are still in educations, who are still in pursuing your degree and you don't have a lot of facility to use, there are plenty of free ones to test on. Later I'll share about that. So if you want to pursue into your IoT career, so you might get started with that. So this is more in the IoT specialists and network specialists, AI specialists, and computer scientists or data scientists. Okay, so this setup are not just done by one or two people. It has a team to help to set up different sectors, depends on the size and complexity of the production line. So these are the required specialists to complete for setup and installation. So 3 different parties. So is Internet of Things a good thing or a bad thing? A lot of people, this one raised to a controversial of this is because a lot of people think that IoT is very good because it's getting very, very convenient. But to be honest, we face some difficulties also. There are some limitations here. Of course, advantages will be minimize the human work and effort by utilizing AI to work for you. Of course, there are some energy consumptions over there, but human can do some things upon that AI cannot do. And AI is very good in analysis. Current AI is good at analytics. So human is more into strategy. So this also will save times and effort, good for personal safety and security, and beneficial for the healthcare industry. So I saw last time I saw Master University, they got the projects they are using Arduino to complete the projects. They are using the medical. They're using temperature and pulse sensor. Sorry, to sense. Excuse me. To sense the heart rate to the IoT using Blink. So to monitor the patient's health through IoT. Sorry, not very good condition. So the limitations will be increased privacy concern. because if your things is in the cloud, means that you need to have a protections to limit the access from the people that is not in your permission. Otherwise, people can control your machines everywhere and anywhere. It's good, but sometimes it will interrupt your interrupt your things also, and also get hacked. Uh, your data might be collected, might be hijacked by someone else to use for their own purpose, or use into a very not very good one, use in a bad way. Okay, and also another one is increase unemployment rates, because you know that a lot of things can replace. Just now when I share two projects, we replace 6 people. We replace 6 people to 2 people, so 4 people will be unemployed for the operation line, and for those 10 to 15 one for the welding one, they will lose their job, because all is about consistency and efficiency. So they're replaced by the robots. And it's also highly dependent on the internet. So let's say today internet is down, you might have so you need to have some backup for the thing. So when doing IoT setup, we must concern about the internet down. It's not about machine downtime. If the things is highly linked to internet, and if you set a program inside is without internet feedback, your machines cannot run, then it might interrupt your things. So you might have some database to back up for your for your plant or your plant's backup plan. So this is very very important. So for example, now a lot of people still thinking, should I make an app or should I make a web app? So web app is highly dependent on the internet. So if your internet is down, means you are it will affect your productivity. Okay, and the last one is complex system for maintenance. So with this lot of setups, sounds very good, right? But let's say 1 year something happened. Okay, your technicians must be high skilled to check the things. So because everything become complex, last time when IR 2.0, you just need to deal with machines. You just need to check which wire is it wire broken, or anything's lose signal, or the machine breakdown, or any mechanical parts breakdown easier. But now you need to check network connectivity, you need to check signal, you need to check everything. So it's a complex system for maintenance, but also we can utilize IoT to make the maintenance more efficient. So what is upcoming Industry 5.0? Some people ask me, why Industry 4.0 haven't ended yet? You want to start a new one already? But some already talking about this. This is what I see. The fifth revolution, the fifth revolution is about connecting people with robots and making them work together. The interactions between humans and computerized machinery will drastically improve the optimization and automations of many enterprises. So this one is more about connecting people. So the robots is more on human-robot collaborations, connecting systems and customizations. So this is what Tesla also moving from towards like humanoid robots. So this is Industry 5.0. So when talk about this whole big picture, but how do I get a self-starter to learn more about IoT technology? So I know that some of the audience here might not have the engineering background or electrical background or computer science background. So we can start with a simple one. Even you are starting from zero knowledge, here is the suggestions. MIT App Inventor. This is developed by MIT. They are for app development. You can try to use. There are a lot of features, but the regret to tell is that this one only supports Android. If you want to build into apps and make it into and install into a phone, it supports Android. But if you want to do live tests, you can use Apple. So this is quite useful, and this one is just drag and drop programming. But drag and drop programming also will shape up your concept of how to loop the feedback, how to loop the things, how to do for loop, how to do the event with the response properly, how to set variable, how to make a list, how to make dictionary. So if you're a total beginner, it's suitable for you if you want to make apps. The second one is if you want to go into electrical or electronics, you can consider microbit. Okay, if you want to go into IoT, you can select IoT bit expansion board. This also for beginner because you can just use drag and drop. If you want to change to JavaScript or Python, there is options inside. And you want to add some expansion board. Of course, here you need some wiring knowledge to know how to plug in. But their website quite user friendly. And if you are not more advanced and you want to try to link your Arduino projects to the IoT, you can try with Arduino ESP32 or ESP8266 with ThinkSpeak. I think not just ThinkSpeak. This ThinkSpeak is one of the I feel is very very useful for me. So I found it very very nice. So I use ThinkSpeak to teach. Okay. So if you want to go advanced, you can try Firebase link with your own applications. Application you can use a Heroku platform to develop your apps and set up the API key to link your data between the Arduino and your own IoT platform. Okay, but that one you need extra knowledge about JavaScript, how to develop the apps, to do animations on the graph or anything. So if you want to go into industrial, even higher level, if you're already done with Arduino, you're done with Blink, you use Blink, Blink app development, IoT platform, or you use a lot of things already, and you want to try to explore into the industrial grade, you can try to use PLC Arduino. Yeah, we got PLC Arduino and PLC Raspberry Pi. This one is more into industrial grade, but here will give you more expensive tools. These equipments are more expensive. Huh? And if you want to do like machine learning, you want to become the IoT specialist who do data analytics, you can go with Python. Yeah, because Python is one of the simplest computer language of its type, and it has a lot of machine learning library for you to do data analytics. So where can you learn this? You can learn from YouTube. Let's say you want to study some subject, you can just search from YouTube and see how to do a simple setup and how to link the things. And also Udemy is a paid education platform, but this one is self-learning. But some of them are free. Okay, and also if you really want to do some R&D into industrial things, we are one of the persons to look for. You can look for us. If you got any questions, you can also inquire from our Facebook channel or Advanced Super Logic website.com. Okay, sometimes we'll hold some robotics workshop in international school, university. You can follow our page to keep yourself updated with our events at Facebook and also website. Sorry. So this basically is from me. And thank you. Now I'll pass the stage back to Mr. Danisha.
Thank you for the great speech, Mr. LJ. And I hope that this is very beneficial for others. And thank you.